All right. So I'm new to this flower farming and I'm not really familiar with cold stratification and growing things in the wintertime. It freaks me out a little bit. And I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest. And so I decided to try Farmer Bailey's. They are a company that grows plugs, and they ship the plant right to you. And then they ship it on the dates that for fall. And then for spring, they have two different ones. And then you give them the date that you want it to be shipped. Well, I thought it would be better to start them when it was still a little bit warm and rather than cold. So, I'm not real sure, honestly, if I did the right thing or if, I can, I don't know. We're going to find out. But, however, I got all the soil planted here. This is right in front of my porch. As you can see, I plan on putting a low-cat tunnel in here. That was my plan. And you can see me planting all of the plugs. I will let you know which one, what is planted there towards the end. But we've got a real problem in my town, which is cats. And the cats come, and every year when I would plant my dahlias and things here, the cats would dig in this area, and I would have to cover it every night with a plastic bucket in the area because there's always like two areas in this front bed that they always poop in. So I always cover them at night because it always seems like they come at night because I'm shooing them off when I see them during the day. I've covered all the holes that they can't get underneath my porch except for one, and they winter there. They have in the past. Now this year they're not going to because it's just a horrific smell in the wintertime when they're underneath there and you can't get them out. So anyways, so here I am planting these plugs. I have worm castings in there, and I kind of prepared the soil with a good, compost earlier, and then I have the worm casting. So I'm thinking that's going to work great. I always have really great success in the summertime in this front bed, but I'm completely and totally new to this. Cold stratification, overwintering flowers for spring. And to be honest, if it completely freaks me out and I'm just not sure. So that's why I kind of went with Farmer Bailey's because I can grow things from seed. But this cold stratification, these things need to be cold and out in the cold and grow in the dark and all of these things that I'm learning. And it's not a just straightforward kind of process. People make it look easy, but I've never done it before, so I don't know. So we're gonna go for it this winter and see exactly what we can do. And honestly, I spent a lot of money on these, and I'm if I completely and totally flop, lesson learned. Now I do have a lot of seeds that I'm going to be doing cold stratification in January in this bag method, and also in the snail method that I've kind of been researching, which is kind of cool. So anyway, so what I'm planting is snapdragons, the salmon chantilly, which were absolutely gorgeous. I'm learning a lot about snapdragons. I've always bought them at greenhouses when they're already kind of full, but I've always heard they grow better in the cool climate. So I have this kind of volunteer that kind of hit one of my bins out there, and I'm like, oh, you are growing really well in this cold. So I thought I would give that a try. I also have the Ami Green Mist, which is the green Queen Anne's lace. It's in that family. The Dancus, I think it's called, Dancus Purple Kisses, which is the purple Queen Anne's lace. Now, all of these I'm going to, at this time, I had planned to put a low cat tunnel over this, I believe I said. So, I fully prepared to put them in there. I also have Matricaria, which is a chamomile variety, the big fluffy heads on them. And then I also have the iron apricot stock. So, we're going to see. We're going to see how this turned out. Now, I did have to move these due to the cats, because the cats were digging them up and pooping. So I actually moved these to planters, and I will show you that. Here are the planters that I moved all of my Farmer Baileys due to the cats just completely destroying the bed. And, I just paid too much money for them to destroy it. So I moved them to these planters. There you can see that's the purple Queen Anne's lace that's coming. I think they're all doing very, very well in here. Now, they did come, like I said, with yellow, a little bit of yellow, and they really haven't changed much since I put them in there. They are growing. I mean, I'm very happy with the progress of their growing. The Queen Anne's lace, there's some dry areas. I'm not sure if that is proper. I've never grown them before, so I don't know if that's the right color they're supposed to be. They feel okay. I mean, there are some, discoloration, but they feel good. They don't feel dry. I mean, like I said, I'm completely new to this. I do put the plastic if it gets below 30. It's done that a couple nights. We had a really cold snap for about 3 days. I covered them with a heavy plastic that we have, and put rocks to hold to keep the wind off, from ripping it off. There's yellow there. I did take some of that off, only because I don't know. I just feel like that's from the shipping where there was lack of water, and I don't think they can really recover from that. That's the way it is with houseplants. So I'm just using kind of like a back knowledge of what I know about plants. But I don't know anything about cold stratification, as I said. So we're gonna test it out. We're gonna try and see. It's a it's a little bit of money to try it out. I mean, I do have a lot of seeds coming for the January cold snap run. I don't know. We're going to find out. I've always been the one that's been like, well, you fake it till you make it. You just keep going, and you just keep trying, and you keep learning. I study things. I learn things every day. I am taking a botanical class, botanical illustration class, which has really helped me with the plants, identification, things like that. I've really been studying, and I'm really trying to learn about how to do this. I really, really enjoy it. It's something that it makes my heart really happy. Planting and growing and knowing that I grew this from seed, or I grew this, it's something I've never done before. I just keep learning. I mean, it's so important to just keep changing yourself, keep challenging yourself, growth is really good. Keep growing. We'll see how this goes.